Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're talking about treasure map IZO, the newest treasure map that will be arriving on OPTC as of Wednesday next week for me. So today's Saturday, 4 days from now. It'll be the 15th, so the 14th in game. And with the new treasure map IZO comes a new treasure map. So your boy's been out tonight. I was gonna record this video later down the line, but it would have meant no video tomorrow or today. So I thought, hey, let's just come home. Let's just send it. We are doing our accessible or buildable teams for you guys in today's video. And in today's video, we're basically not using the echelons of these characters up here. The 1.4 times boosters, these particular characters in the new Blackbeard, the new Marco, and the new Whitey Bay. This particular Whitey Bay right here. We're also not including the new batch that includes Shanks and Buggy, as well as Whitebeard and Rayleigh Combined, which you find over here because I'm using them as a friend captain. But in today's video, we're sort of just focusing on the older echelons of characters. I do want to make a note that I am including stuff like the New Year's batch, stuff like Nami and Robin and Yamato Kaido, because I feel like most people should have spent their gems on those banners. Most people should still be spending their gems on those banners, and if you are looking to summon your player or a mid-game player, that's where you should be spending your Dragon Sense, your fucking Rainbow Gems. If you are a newer player, obviously you are in the East Blue, and then you're just running whatever team you can get the most points for, and like these don't really apply to you. But if you are in the New World, let me know in the comment section below. Belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff for me. With that said, let's dive on in. Now, in today's video, because this is like a buildable teams video, I am trying to include the most point boosted units that I possibly can. Not my speed farming teams. I'll make a video on my teams later down the line. I did do some summons today on stream, and I'll do some summons not tomorrow, but like the next day on part 2. And we'll go from there with my teams. But in today's video, like I said, we're going to focus on like what we can build out sort of like here, right? So we're going to try and include as many point boosters as possible. So against Raizo, the first mini-boss, the preemptive, everyone gets cooldowns, everyone gets Verse Gorge, everyone gets Super Switch. Raizo gives you 5 turns of Despair after sockets, well 8 turns if you don't include them. So you have to remove some Despair, 5 turns of it. 5 turns of 1.0 Chain Chimes Multiplier, a Chain attack down at 90% if you're below a 1.5 time chain. You get Unfavorable Orbs, 3 turns of Hunger, 5 turns of a 3 Perfect Barrier, and 99 times of normal attacks only. Very, very annoying. So to deal with this, I basically just brought our boy Final Tap Luffy. If you guys have this guy for whatever reason and you summoned, you could definitely use Red Rock Luffy. But we're using Final Tap Luffy because we're sane people and we didn't summon that particular banner. To get around the chain for this team, you can easily do one of two things. You can bring IZO, this particular character here. He's a fighter, so he still gets boosted on a Luffy. He's a chain booster, which is awesome. You get that extra 1.0 to the chain. You're going to easily be above the 1.5 with that. Even with that chain coefficient reduction, you're fine. You also get the adjacent orbs into matching, so that's always fun. You probably want to move him something like here then. Maybe here, depending on who you're using as a final tap. Zoro is great because he can remove the Despair. So you remove the 5 turns to Despair with Zoro. He's also your orb booster for this team because Luffy's your attack booster. Luffy's your attack booster. You have Chain Lock with IZO. If you don't have IZO Kiku, don't stress. You don't really need them if you're just using this Adeo. But you have a Chain Lock here and you have a Wave Clearer for the Stage 2. For this extra slot here, you can easily bring something like Daifuku. You can bring something like Caesar. Just anything really. Daifuku is probably your best option for this particular team. Just an extra wave clearer for turn 1, and then you can bring IZO Kiku for some like wave clearing on turn 2, or if you want to, you can just bring Robin. Like it's not an issue. You can just bring any point booster that you really want. If you don't have Robin, don't stress. You can just put Moria on this team. Like, you don't have Moria, don't worry about it, yo. You've got stuff like, I don't know, Hina. Just bring Hina. Any quick unit that you guys have from this particular booster list is going to work fine here. So any other quick unit to fill this spot. If you want to use a wave clear, use a wave clear. If you don't, you don't. Like, it's fine. Raizo, not a hard boss. Moving on to Ashura Doji now. Dex, Quick, and Psy characters get their specials charged by 5 turns. You get 5 turns of Verse Gauge and Super Switch. And then Ashura Doji does a bunch of very annoying shit. I was not a fan of this fight, and there might be a better way, so let me know in the comment section below for the like buildable teams. But for me, I said fuck you, and I just went with what I think I'm probably going to do for my teams. You get 7 turns of bind on your top row, which will go down to 4. You get badly matching orbs, and then all colors and tandem orbs will be counted as negative. So super annoying because the recommended character for this is Wiper and Luffy Ace. So, super weird because Wiper gives you a full board of tandem slots. It's fucking weird. Interrupts, you get 75% HP cut to yourself, so it's whatever. And then on death, Ashura is going to revive by 1.5 million HP. He gives you special bind on your captains for 5 turns. And then he gives you 5 turns of bind on your second and third row, which will go down to 2, obviously. And then you also get badly matching orbs. Now, the downside to this is, if you bring a support that removes bind, it's going to trigger here. And then, if you bring someone that can remove bind on a special, you can only put that on your captain, and they get special binded. So it's like, what the fuck do I do? Like, how do I get around this? So for me, I just said, screw you, game. I'm going to bring Yamato Ace. Yamato Ace as a captain is going to remove bind and special bind, so fuck off. Like, I just don't even care. If you just bring this unit, you just literally bypass everything. Like, you're not going to struggle with any of these mechanics. The only thing you might struggle with is this part here. And to counter that, I'm bringing Verse Kaido as my friend captain. The reason I'm bringing Verse Kaido as my friend captain is he boosts strikers, and you can literally just put whatever the hell you want on the rest of the team. However, Kaido doesn't get boosted under this rule set, so, like, you're not going to have max cooldowns. However, he is a 1.3 to 5 times booster, so you get 7 turns of cooldown. You get 2 from sockets and 1 from your ship, so that's 10. Then you get 2 from Ace Yamato, so you're sitting at 12. And if you have a Limit Break Expanded, that's 14 turns. So you should be able to get this very easily just with natural stall. It does mean that you're going to have to kill the first 2 stages, and you're not going to be able to use wave clearing shenanigans. But look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, it's not the end of the world. If you have Verse Kaido, you could probably put him here. Actually, no, you can't, because you just have Ace Yamato. Like, you probably still can, and then just, like, move this over here, and then you'll be fine. But the reason I had Perispero over here was to just lock the orbs that, Kaido gives us, because Kaido's going to give us Wano orbs on our right-hand column, so that's going to work quite nicely. And for the rest of the team, you can just bring the rest of the team being quick strikers. Like, it's going to be absolutely fine. Hell, you can just bring, like, any quick free spirit driven or any quick free spirit striker. Like, a good one is Hina. If you don't have Hina, you can just bring, like, literally any point booster that you want. But remember, like, these, like, early fights, they don't give you a lot of points anyway. So it's kind of like, cool, whatever. Like, it is what it is. You can bring, fuck it, you can bring this Luffy. Fuck it, you can bring this Robin. Fuck it, you can bring this Moria. Like, it honestly doesn't even matter. The points are just shithouse anyway, for this, like, middle fight. And if you just bring this combination, you're going to be fine. Because remember, when you do kill a Shouuuuuckkkkk, there is a revive. And, this 1.5 million damage is not a big deal. You could do something with Roger if you guys are looking for, like, more, like, faster teams. I feel like that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm just going to bring Roger on the team and just pop Roger for the kill. Maybe use Roger as a friend captain and just say, see you later. And just sort of go from there. So, that should work pretty hunky-dory from me. Moving on to Denjiro now, because screw this fucking Shouuuuuckkk fight. Moving on to Denjiro, Quick Dex and Side characters again get their cooldowns, Verse Gauge, and Super Switch. This one's interesting, because Sugar and Dofi are the recommended characters, so you really want to make sure you bring them. 2 turns of Special Reverse on your captains, if your cost is less than 40. Interesting. I mean, Sugar just gives you back that anyway. You have 5 turns of Attack Down, 7 turns of Paralysis on your second and third row, 5 turns of Paralysis on your second and third row if your cost is below 40, but again, this doesn't matter because you're using Sugar anyway. And then there's a barrier. Again, doesn't matter if you're using Sugar. So, if you don't have Sugar, just bring a friend Sugar. And if you didn't 6+ Sugar, just bring a friend 6+ Sugar. You're going to be fine. Like, if you don't have Sugar, just bring this. Like, and you're going to be absolutely hunky-dory. This combination, the 2 units right here, just win. Like, you just, it's fucking easy mode. Like, Dofi's going to remove this attack down, which is fine. And then Sugar literally takes care of this. Like, bringing Dofi allows you access to the super type. So that way you can just get the cooldowns and then use Sugar to be your orb booster and your attack booster. I think Dofi rotates orbs as well. Does Dofi rotate orbs? I'm pretty sure he does. No, he gives base stats and then locks orbs. That's my bad. So, like, for this particular team, you probably want to bring someone that gives you orbs. But again, just bring any unit that is quick and any unit that gives you buffs. You get an orb boost, you get an attack boost, you get a base stat boost. Maybe bring a chain locker, bring anything you need. Hell, you can rely on like base orb roll, and this would work fine. Not a hard fight whatsoever against Denjiro. Just move on to Kinemon. On to Kinemon, Free Spirit, Cerebrals, and Slashes get their cooldowns, Verse, Gauge, and Switch abilities. You have 7 turns of attack down at 90%. Normal attacks only. 7 turns of Special Bind. 5 turns of burn, bomb, empty, and block obs, 1 turn of block, and 4 turns of resilience. Not only that, but when the cunt dies, comes back with HP, 50%, and 2 turns of only using 1 special. This is a bitch of a fucking fight, bro. This is stupid. This is a shit fight. So, like, if you don't bring a Rayleigh Gaban, friends, you're kind of stuffed. Mainly because if you do this, right, like if you click on this button and you click on this button to find what does special bind, you don't have many options. You don't have many options at all. You have this Black Maria, and you bet your ass this Black Maria is not doing 7 turns. Anyone down here doing 7 turns? No. Does Chopper even do 7 turns? Chopper does 5, doesn't he? I know with his limit break expansion, he does a little bit more, but like, I swear you still only do 5. Do you still only do 5? Okay, there's so much text here. Why is there so much text? You do... Yeah, you do 5. 5? 6. You do 6. You do 6. So even with Chopper, you still can't bypass this. It's so dumb, bro. It's so stupid. Like, so stupid. And he's only a 1.2 times booster as well, by the way. Like, it's just so stupid. Do you remove... Like, how much special bind do you remove when you sell? 5 turns? You're dumb. You're stupid. Get out of my face. So, yeah. Like, you can bring, like, this, and then maybe try something that removes special bind. Like, let's hypothetically play the what-if game. You have these options here. Yeah, cool. Mad. Sick. Love my life. So, Chopper is, like, not really an option, but he's definitely an option. So, like, if you don't bring a Rayleigh Gaban friend captain here, you're kind of fucked. Like, if I'm completely honest with you. So, like, build up your friend list now, boys and girls, because, like, if you don't, you're kind of in for a shit time. But... oh, what? Do you not get cooldowns? Really? I put you on the team and you don't give cooldowns? What do I have you here for? % damage reduction, probably. Neg. What? Oh, burn. Yeah, but let's be real. Oh, no, we do need burn because there's a revive. Oh, Kinemon, why are you so bullshit, bro? You know what? For the meme, after not saying Chopper's viable, bring Chopper. Because why the hell not? But... for this particular team, to get around the attack down, we are bringing Rayleigh Gaban. To get around the silence, we are bringing Rayleigh Gaban. You can just literally switch with them, and you're just covered for those 2 things. So, bring them as a friend captain, as I said. They work amazingly well. And you want to bring someone that can do end-of-turn damage here. So, utilizing Kid and Law is fantastic. They do end-of-turn damage for 3 turns. They're a wave clearer for turn 3 as well. Another thing about this team, too, is just bring wave clearers for turn 2 and 1 and 2. And same with over here, you can't really, but over here you can. But Law and Kid can be your wave clearer for turn 2, as well as doing end-of-turn damage. Chopper's your burn remover. That's always nice after that little mishap with Jinbei. To get around the bomb, empty, and block orbs, you have the Verse Yamato. If you don't have Verse Yamato, well, like, GG, I don't know what to tell you. But there are your attack booster. You got an orb booster over here. You have Chain Boundary. You have all the shenanigans. And then just down here, you can just bring, I don't know, Zoro. Bring Caesar. Bring any wave clearer that you want that can, like, kill twice. Just bring anyone. Opera. Opera's a good shout because you get 2 turns of cooldown from Rayleigh Gaban. That creamy son of a bitch will do wonders. So that'll work fine. But, like, this fight, it's kind of a bitch. As for this revive situation here, we can only use 1 special in the revive. It's kind of shit, if I'm completely honest with you. But you could definitely use them to, like, these guys to not wave clear. And then you could just bring someone here that just does an attack and orb boost. I don't know, or gives you some sort of buff, I guess. That will also work. Honestly, like, you could probably just bring Uta for the fun of it and just pop Uta there. Like, why not? Like, why not? It's a cerebral booster, and then just let Rayleigh Gaban go to town. Like, why the hell not? Just chuck on Uta here. You know what? Game, that's not what I asked you to do. Just bring Uta, because screw it. Like, you got 2 cerebral characters. Why the fuck not? Moving on to Oden. Oden is the mini boss that you'll fight. The final mini boss, I should say, sorry. He's another Dex, Quick, and Side. It's very common. Verse and Super Switch are going to get boosted. You get a 50% HP card on turn 2, 5 turns of attack down, 5 turns of resilience, 5 turns of damage reduction, and delay immunity. This part right here, to me, screams Nami. Just bring, if you have the new Super 10 of Nami, bring the new Super 10 of Nami, and then just bring anyone that can get around this. That would be absolutely fine. As for the final stage against Oden, there's 5 turns of paralysis, 5 turns of defense up, 1 turn of special reverse, and 5 turns of threshold. Using Nami as a captain here would actually work exceptionally well. Problem with Nami is she doesn't work with the new Smoothie. This particular fight is such a bitch because Smoothie, not Smoothie, why am I calling you Smoothie? Whitey Bay boosts attack of slashers and powerhouse characters by 3.5. This is the shit thing about a treasure map when there's not a legend. It's so hard building these teams because these characters fucking suck. However, we did manage to put a team together for you guys. It does still use Nami as a sailor, but we are using Whitey Bay and Roger as our captain. Roger is going to be our attack booster, which is so much fun. And his super type can get around this 1 turn of special reverse. Nami just covers you for these 2 parts here, for the damage reduction and the resilience. But to get around the attack down, I think Whitey Bay is attack down, right? Yeah, the Whitey Bay actually removes the attack down. So we're going to use her on turn 2. She gets the chain boost moving into the final stage as well. It's not as good as Nami's, but like it is what it is. On the final stage to get around the paralysis, Nami will bring this down to 3 turns, by the way. And because she does that, she gets 12 turns of cooldown. Because you have 6 characters, you get 12 charges. All of that goes into her cooldowns. And that way, you are going to get enough to use her special on the final stage as well. Using her special on the final stage is awesome because it, now that I'm looking at it, does absolutely fucking nothing. It actually does nothing. You don't even need it. It's base stats. That's literally about it. I thought it was going to be good, but now that I'm looking at it, it literally does nothing. You can use it for this cooldown, but you can just use Roger's super type for that, so like, it actually doesn't matter. Tashigi's going to get around 4 turns of the defense up and the threshold, and then you have one of 2 options here. You can use Otoko for the rest of the threshold, or you can use the Vivi on Nami. To get around the extra defense up, we have the support of Hyorogoro on Oden, and then Oden's going to remove the paralysis. For this wiper unit is literally just here for points. Like, there's no other reason that he's here. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. He's literally only here for points. If you don't want to use wiper, that's fine. I get it. Just bring anyone else that removes threshold. If you don't have Vivi, if you don't have Otoko, and you need a threshold remover, just literally the one unit you have to replace is this unit right here. You just take off this guy and you just bring Cat Viper into the squad. I don't know, you bring like the local Sea Monster into the squad. Hell, bring this Brook into the squad. Do whatever you need to do. Like, it's 1 turn of fucking threshold. I don't know what else to tell you. Moving on to ELASIRI. ELASIRI is gonna give 5 turns of cooldown to Free Spirit, Powerhouse, and Strikers. Verse and Switch as well. This one's annoying. Remember, this is every 5 stages now, and there's 5 fucking turns. 4 turns on stage 4 against ELASIRI, you get end of turn damage of 20%. 5 turns of Bind, which will go down to 2 on Ray 1. 3 turns of Paralysis on Ray 2 and 3. 1 turn of Despair after Shock Attack, Block Orbs, and full immunity. Against ELASIRI, there's 5 turns of Resilience, 5 turns of Damage Reduction, 3 turns of a 10 million barrier. Fuck that. 7 turns of Special Bind. What? 5 turns of a 2.5 times chain or lower at 90% attack down. 5 turns of additional damage and full immunity. And not only that, if you use a chain lock or in addition to the chain, you remove the buff values and you get 4 turns of a random 2 blow away. And not only that, but when the cunt dies, you get 50,000 fucking damage. Why? Why does this exist? This is just pain. Absolute pain. And honestly, as you can see by the team, it's serious pain. Because if you don't have Rayleigh Gaban, I want you to bring your face in close to the screen, little Timmy. Tell your friends that you won't be at school tomorrow because this shit is dumb. This is dumb. This is so dumb. Right here. This is dumb. Absolutely stupid. Ludicrous. I'm just gobsmacked. Look at this. There's so much going on. So, let's break this down. Now, you get the end of turn damage, but it is what it is. 5 turns of Bind on your top row. 3 turns of Paralysis, which will go down to 2 with Nami on the crew. 1 turn of Despair. Full bottle Block Orbs. And Delay Immunity. Big way to get around this is just use Corazon on Lauren Kidd. Lauren Kidd are so good for this fight because they boost Dex. Yes, they are a Dex booster. Shocker. They will boost Dex by 4.5 when you use their Captain ability, which is very good. For a free-to-play character, it's very, very good. Very good. So you're going to use them on this turn here. So then you have it moving into this turn. They're also a chain boundary unit, so you can get around something like this. And then Corazon literally takes care of all of this for you. Well, not the top part, but all of this. To get around the Block Orbs, I think we're using Oden for that. I can't really remember. I want to say we're using Oden for that. Oden can also remove Paralysis, but he also turns Block Orbs into matching, which is fun. And he gives a base stat boost. So that's always fun as well. How many turns of Paralysis do you only move 2 to 3 turns of Paralysis? Really? That's enough for this, right? Yeah, cool. Well, you have double special, right? I think you have double special. I'm fairly certain he has double special activation, so he can remove all the paralysis. Let's just say he does for the sake of the argument. I would put my testicles that he has double special activation. So yeah, let's move on. He's going to, like, Corazon's going to take care of all that with Nami getting this down to 2 turns. So that's always fun. You can use him to remove the paralysis as well, so that's always fun as well. And then once you get down to here, to get around this, we have Nami. To get around this, we're not doing anything. And then to get around the special bind, we're stuck in a little bit of a shit situation. Law and Kid are going to get around this. You got to use them on turn 4, so you get it to carry into the final stage. Because you cannot use a chain locker in addition to the chain. And that's where Whitey Bay comes into play as well. Whitey Bay also rotates block orbs, which is fun. And then on the final stage, you kind of really don't have too much to go on. But we are going to use the versatility of Yamato here. That is going to give us damage reduction. And to get around the special blinds, we are using Black Maria. Now, Black Maria is going to give us color affinity. And with the support of Viola, it's going to bring it down to 8 turns. And then she's going to bring Nami down by 5. And then this Robin is going to bring Nami down by 3. So then you can use Nami on this final stage to get around this. As for the other units, you don't have a way of getting around special bind with them, which kind of sucks. And because of that, Yamato is basically stuck in limbo. So you can easily use something like the Jinbei support here. And that way you can just like keep some orbs, mainly on these 2 characters here. Hell, on these 3 characters. Your Oden and your Law Kid are the ones that are going to be hitting really hard. So like you really want to keep orbs on them. Unfortunately, like Whitey Bay being a power slasher sucks dick. But look, it is what it is. If you don't have Viola or Robin, you can't use this team. If you don't have Viola and Robin, you basically put this up here, and then you replace this with Rayleigh Gabon. Like, it's not that big of a change. Like, it's not that detrimental. It is to your points. Look at that shit. It's detrimental to your points. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So if you don't have that, you have to unfortunately run the budget team. But, like, the point difference is so massive that try this early, and if it doesn't work, if you don't have Viola and if you don't have Robin, then I'm sorry, but you're stuck up shit creek with that fucking paddle, aren't you? Needless to say, this is a shit fight. And not only does IZO do a lot of shit that's really annoying, but Whitey Bay doesn't fucking help in any regard. So, good luck. Best of luck to you. If you guys have any ideas or any other shouts that might work, like, please let people know in the comment section below. We're here to support people. We're here to help people. And we want everyone to try and get to the 10 million as quickly as possible, because that's the goal of this video. So if you enjoyed it, build the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the big guys subscribe button. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, you know what to do. Enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.